Happy Tuesday. Let's jump into the pre-market prep for April 16th. So, how's the mindset? How are we feeling today? My alarm went off at 4 a.m. but got up around 4:10. Did my regular routine, pretty much reviewed, pretty much my full morning routine. Cold shower, meditated, gratitude, goal, pray, vision board, and posters. Around 5:25, headed out to train jiu-jitsu. On my way there, I listened to Bible, Psychology of Winning. On my way back, did my 5-minute journal recording video. Listened to I Am affirmation after I finished that. Sunlight around 7:50. Sunlight, started the new book, Best Loser Wins. And around 8:05, I clocked in, not 8:15, no, 8:05. Let me just fix that real quick. 8:05, clocked in to work. Slept around 7.5 hours, went to sleep around 8:30 and woke up at 4 a.m. with my alarm. Very nice deep sleep, but had a bit of a hard time getting up right after my alarm went off. But let's jump into the overall market. Yesterday we had a very nasty sell-off, pretty much throughout the board. So SPY currently trading around 505. Looks pretty good for next continuation lower. It is a bit overextended, but if we actually break yesterday low of the day, we could see it and hold below yesterday low of the day. We could see a nice continuation. If we actually push higher, we could potentially see an inside day. Same thing with QQQ, currently trading around pretty much 131, 132, so near the lows. Starting off with Tesla. So Tesla's showing relative weakness. Yes, we had a nice sell-off, but also in pre-market session, we are gapping lower and showing some relative weakness. Gapping below 160, so looking pretty good. I do have two scenarios with this. I want to see a pullback and a rejection of 160, or scenario 2 will be pretty much a break and hold below pre-market low for a nice continuation lower. Very simple. But jumping into NVIDIA. NVIDIA is a stock that I want to start paying attention, especially when I don't have too much in my plate. So NVIDIA has been giving clean price action to both directions, so it's just paying attention to that, paying attention to its price action. We do have this potential inverse head and shoulder, so shoulder, head, shoulder, so we can potentially bounce in the higher time frame. If we actually make a new weekly high this week, which we are pretty far away, but if we make a new weekly high, it looks good, like up for a potential weekly bull flag. We are in this consolidation, so it just, even though it's been in a choppy, it's been choppy in the sense of trading in the range, it has been giving some pretty clean price action. So I just want to be paying attention to its price action, and if something sets up nice, take advantage of it. And then I have AMD. So AMD is an interesting one. Higher time frame looks bearish. We actually broke this period of consolidation. We made a new low. I feel like everything was setting up, and on top of that, the market was showing a ton of weakness yesterday, was setting up for a nice continuation lower. But honestly, even though we closed red, it showed relative strength compared to the overall market. So it's very simple. But AMD, I just want to pay attention to its price action, but it's giving me the vibe that it wants to bounce. So just for the short term, just pay attention to this price action. If I see buyers stepping in and actually showing some nice strength, I want to take it for a potential move from pre-market high to pretty much yesterday high a day. Very, very simple. But let's jump into a smaller time frame. So if we start off with Tesla. So Tesla, scenario 1, as I said, a push off the open to pretty much this level 160, or even this area, which is around 158.5, for a rejection and a move to pre-market low, potentially psychological level 155. Scenario 2 is actually a break and hold right off the open of pre-market low because of its weakness, and just see a flush, but see some type of pattern for next continuation to potentially psychological level 155, 154, 153, and we do have a daily key level at 152.37. Very simple. I do mention this. I consider this to be a B plus. I do like the setup a little bit more than yesterday, just because how it's setting up, and pretty much the weakness is showing and the relative weakness. But I do mention this that in the 1 hour, it looks a bit overextended. So Tesla is clearly showing, but it is showing clear weakness in the higher time frame, also in pre-market session. So if opportunity presents itself, I do want to execute. I don't want to hesitate with this, because it's actually looking pretty good. Even though it's looking a bit overextended, it's actually setting up really, really nice. NVIDIA. So with NVIDIA is again, just paying attention to its price action. Below psychological level 860 for a move lower, looks pretty decent for move lower to psychological level 855 and daily key level 850.1. But as I mentioned, we do have a potential head and shoulder on the daily, so we can easily bounce from this level. So I just want to pay attention to its price action. I do consider it to be this like a C plus, but again, it's just because it has been giving lately some really clean price action. So I do want to be able to take advantage if something sets up. But potential head and shoulder, inverse head and shoulder on the video. It has been giving clean price action in both directions, so I will pay close attention to this price action. And I'll jump into AMD. So AMD, again, just because of its relative compared to the market, we show some relative strength. Even though in the higher time frame it looks bearish, I just like how we're holding relative, like everything was lining up for AMD to have a nice sell-off yesterday, and we didn't. So I just for the short period, maybe we could see a relief bounce. So above pre-market high, which is exactly 163, which was the level that I was paying attention to yesterday. Above that level, I like it for a move to pretty much yesterday high a day, and if we could break easily with no pretty much difficulties, we could see a potential move to psychological 165 and potentially 2 days ago high a day, which is 165.7. I do not have any playbook today. The only one that's setting up a little bit close to be playbook is Tesla, but I don't feel comfortable leveling playbook. I like the pre-market, so I do want to mention on Tesla and AMD, the volume in pre-market session is really, really high, so it's looking pretty good. Nvidia is a little bit low, so I want to be a little bit cautious with that. But as I said here, AMD was trying to hold yesterday while everything else was nosediving lower. It showed relative strength compared to the overall market, while it still looking amazing too. For in the higher time frame move lower, we actually held. We actually closed red, but we actually held if we compare it to everything else, we actually held a little bit stronger. And in pre-market session, we actually showing some strength. So just looking to I want to let price action tell me the story. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's a pre-market game plan. Again, my main focus today is going to be Tesla, Nvidia, and AMD. Honestly, my main focus is going to be on Tesla, just because of the nice high volume in pre-market session, and now it's how the weakness is showing. So that being said, that's a pre-market plan for April 16th.